Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? First shout out the native. This one for the haters. You can tune in right now or catch this show later. Going up on Tuesday, night 7 p.m. Click the link in the bio, I'll send it to your DM. Saints going all the way. The Pelicans gonna do it too. This is sports overtime, and we cover all the news, and we breaking all the rules. Let me put my city on. Soon as bro touchdown, I'm about to get my gritty on. This is sports overtime. This is sports overtime. This is sports overtime. Sports overtime. Sports overtime. I do it. I do it. I did it. I done it.
Man, y'all heard the song. Y'all know what it is. Welcome to another edition of Sports Overtime. Man, we got a big show for you guys tonight. A real fun show. And man, big shout out to everybody tuning in right now on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube, man. So big shout out to everybody that supports Sports Overtime every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So before we get started, obviously I got to bring in my co-hosts. These guys know their sports. You've seen them around, and you obviously seen this next guy around because he's all over the place. He's on TV. He's in music videos, his own songs. He's in a pile of red at the Bucks game. So, Mr. Soul Saint, what's going on, bro?
What's up? What's up? Saints plus Soul equals Super Bowl. Nader, what about our sponsors, baby?
Hold on. We're going to get to the
You ready? I know you're ready.
We're going to get to the sponsors. Now, listen, Obviously, I like your background. I'm at the hotel next to you right now. So
right.
I can see you from the balcony right now.
You see that big blow up they got a Jameis Winston, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice, man. That's
nice. Man. Now, we also got to bring on our next co-host, man. This dude, man, he knows a lot about sports. This guy knows a lot about fantasy football too. If y'all need some fantasy advice, this guy is the one to ask.
I'm still waiting to see that.
Yeah, but big shout out to our next guy, man, Richie Rich. What's going on?
Richie Rich.
What's up? Who that?
What up, bro?
Taking it inside today. I've been in the sun too much this week, man.
I see that. Your face red.
Man.
Red Richie.
What's going on, fellas? What's up, baby?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
What's happening, man?
So before we get started,
don't think I didn't hear that. So I will school you on some fantasy, brother.
Look, I got trophies. I got buku trophies.
I know.
Man.
Huh? Look,
I gotta see you play. I'm waiting for you to get in the league with me.
Uh-oh.
Don't mess around, baby.
He got the little glass figurine.
Yeah.
It just collects dust.
It just collects dust. But look, man, before we get started, got to give a big shout out to our sponsors, man. So number one, man, big shout out to Element. As y'all know, Element is the official sponsor of Sports Overtime. Make sure you go support Element at your local Rouse's. Listen, man, it's always in the house. Listen, it's right here, baby. Tropical pineapple lemonade is going down. And again, man, shop at Rouse's and grab your Element. And then another word from our other sponsor.
Buy you a bedroom set. Buy you a cozy sofa set. Buy you a great mattress. Buy you a dining room set. No credit, no problem. Buy You Furniture delivers it all with value, selection, and it's all affordable. We do it right by you. Buy You Furniture.
Listen, you need any furniture, make sure y'all go buy it from Buy You Furniture. And one thing I want to say about furniture and mattresses or whatever the case may be is, I don't know if you know this, but you sleep about 25 years of your life, roughly. So you're gonna need a good mattress. So if you need a good
mattress is key, man. People don't realize that.
If you need a good mattress, go to Buy You Furniture. Let them know that me, Soul, and Richie Rich sent you, and they will hook you up with a discount.
Man, I tell you what, on average, the study says you're supposed to change your mattress every 6 years.
Well,
some people got a mattress they done had 30 years.
On the real, they need a new one ASAP. That's why Buy You Furniture is a sponsor of Sports Overtime.
That boy got stains and springs
And I mean, yeah, some of our friends still sleeping in their car. Their mama got them for, just saying, that little race car bit.
Look, they go to jail and be like, man,
What's up, Blue? What's up,
look,
Blue?
Look, they go to jail and be like, damn, this feels like my house.
What's up, Bianca? What's up?
Yeah,
So
but definitely
man.
go see Bayou
What's
Furniture,
up,
man.
Jared?
Always.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. Y'all support Bayou Furniture. Now, we got a lot to cover tonight on tonight's show, man. I see y'all boys. I see my boy Soul rocking the Drew Brees Purdue jersey. I got my boy Richie Rich rocking his Saints gear. I want to switch it up. Man. I want to switch it up tonight. I'm repping my favorite boxer.
That's my dog too now.
Muhammad Ali.
You know
Greatest ever, bro. Greatest ever.
You know about me.
Big shout out and a rest in peace to Muhammad Ali. But man, training camp is here, guys. And I know that I wasn't able to go the last couple of days. You guys did. I know Richie Rich went on Saturday. I know Soul, you went on Monday. But I want to touch on this real quick because I know you guys seen him in action. The biggest, I guess, take from camp so far is how Paulson Adebo is taking the next step to be that next great cornerback on the other side of Marshawn Lattimore. So basically from you guys' take, because you guys were there, what's your take on how Paulson Adebo was out there and how is he moving? And because there's a lot of hype about Paulson Adebo every day, that he's breaking up passes, he's shutting down everything.
I don't know how he did on Saturday, but when I went Monday, the guy he was on. Now, don't get me wrong, Jarvis Landry is the best route runner we got. I really believe that.
Yeah,
I saw him come off the line in one-on-one drills against Adebo. He did a move and broke his ankle. No, I'm sorry, Adebo. I'm sorry, baby.
Roby.
Bradley Roby.
Yeah,
Bradley Roby. He did a move on Bradley Roby, broke his ankles, caught the ball on the inside slant, and he was gone. But Adebo, getting back to Adebo, he's been incredible, bro. He's been a little better than Marshawn in camp. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, he knocked down a ball. He was sticking. He was covering Jarvis Landry going across the middle, knocked it down. Another one on Kevin White. Another one on Olave. Dudes all over, bro. They're putting it up against everybody, bro. But I
tell you what, when I went out Saturday, man, I actually made it a point to pay attention to him because we had talked about him on our previous show. I really I think it's really important that second cornerback on our team. And I tell you what, I came away very impressed. He was so smooth on breaking on the ball, and I mean, just like didn't miss a beat with his back stride. It was like he was cued in, dude. I was like, wow, this cat, he's ready. I can tell you that, man. He's ready.
And the one thing that I want to kind of point out too about Paulson Adebo is, if you guys remember last year, the one thing that we were kind of hesitant on when we were on the show talking about going into last season was, man, is Paulson Adebo going to be that next guy? You know, he's a rookie. He's coming in. We're putting a lot of faith in a rookie. And the guy comes in and he just holds his own. He does his thing. I mean, even Coach Ryan Nielsen, he was on our show. And he was like, man, we've seen the progressions from him. He's gotten better and better every game. A lot of people remember that interception in the Atlanta game where he just caught it with the one hand. So, you know, it's so refreshing to now, you know, it's another year. Training camp is here, and he's going into his second season. And now you have two cornerbacks on the outside that can really hold their own. And just going into this season, when you look at going up against, you know, guys like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, or, you know, you look at going up against, again, the Tampa offense, Mike Evans or Chris Godwin, or now they got Julio. It's always good to have those two guys on the outside to lock it down. So
another thing I noticed too, Nada, and so he's always talking to Lattimore in between plays, and you can see he's like asking Lattimore certain things, and you know, getting that knowledge is key, man. I tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, let me make a pause right quick. Jerry K said he went to camp and it was rained out. What y'all have to know about camp, you have to watch the weather because they not gonna tell y'all be done spent y'all gas money and went over there for nothing.
Yep.
Because if it rains, they're gonna go inside.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
gonna go inside, dog.
Especially
So
when they
y'all
got
gonna be
thunder
mad.
and lightning and stuff
I
like that.
watch the weather. If it's anything over like 50%, 40% and up, I'm not gonna go to camp because I know I might be pissed off. So
yeah, you're right.
That's what happened to everybody today.
And then speaking of camp and going back to the camp, right? It looks like so far, man, just based on the reports and what people are saying and seeing, is that, man, the Saints defense is looking really, really good. And the thing that's very encouraging about that, you know, we talk about Adebo, we talk about Lattimore, and just the defense as a whole. But look at it from this perspective. You still got, you know, guys like Davenport who still ain't practicing. You got Pete Werner, who just passed his physical yesterday, and he's coming back into a fold. He has a groin injury, so obviously they're going to lead him into, you know, the season. And then also too, man, the guy that everybody's waiting to see is Tyrann Mathieu. So you got a defense that's out there playing this good without those three guys. It just shows you what type of caliber.
Has anybody got any insight on what's going on with Mathieu?
I mean, the thing about it is, you know, the Saints have said it's a family matter. I think that Twitter kind of there are a couple of guys on Twitter that kind of overblew it a couple of days ago or this weekend, saying, oh, you know, he might retire or he might do this or he might do that. And it's like, don't report anything if you don't know anything about the situation. You know, the thing about it is the Saints came out and said it's a family matter. Let him handle his family matter. They said that he will be back. So again, we never know what happened. There might have been somebody who passed away in his family. You know, the guy just needs some time, you know.
The only thing that hesitates me, Nader, is, and I don't know if so too, is, you know, Mathieu does have a past, man, and it wasn't that good in the beginning. That's the only question I have.
Now he's back in New Orleans, you know.
And he's back.
That's the thing too.
Let me say something. Let me say something right quick. And you know, this is just being petty. I had made a post that Mathieu, you know, they went to single digits for the players, and you know, at some positions, and Mathieu really wanted number 5. Okay, and Ingram, they gave it to Ingram, and Ingram gave his number 14 to Andy Dalton. So, you know, I was thinking, I said, well, damn, I know that Honey Badger ain't that petty, because he really wanted the number 5. I had posted it, and it said now he can wear the number 5 that he wanted to wear all along. And all of a sudden, when I see him wearing that number 5, you know what I'm saying? And I think about it, I say, well, damn, could he have, you know, been mad because of that? You know, I mean, what's the thought?
No, I don't think that would have been the case, to be honest. I mean, he's not going to miss.
What did he wear 5 at LSU?
No, he said he's from the 5th ward, so that's why he wanted the 5.
I would have thought, I guess.
I mean, I don't.
Sorry about that, Jerry.
Yeah,
he came all the way from Alexandria to practice.
I don't think
that's
the
sad,
case.
man. Sorry about that. Terrible, Jerry. Lord have mercy.
That's a long ride, but I don't think that's the case with Mathieu. I think he's just having a family matter. You know, a lot of people say that, oh, he's back in New Orleans, whatever.
And you see,
but
exactly,
Nate. I don't want to put his business out there, but he ain't even living in New Orleans, to be honest with y'all. So, you know, a lot of people think that he's in New Orleans. He's going to be living in New Orleans. He's not living in New Orleans. I actually know where he's going to be living, but I'm not going to put the man business out there. But the thing is, too, is like, you know, when you look at it, you're right. It does have some type of speculation to it, but I just feel as though, like,
that's why, Bionica, I thought that he was mad with the Saints.
No,
I didn't think it was no. Hold on, y'all. Now, I mean, why would you take your Saints stuff off of IG if you're having a family matter? If you're having a family matter, you're having a family matter. But if you're taking Saints stuff off your IG, that means something's up with you and the Saints. I mean, come on, let's look. I mean, I
don't think so. I mean, just
that is weird. That is weird.
If I'm having a family matter, why would I take my shit off my team off my page?
Well, so on Instagram, you can always go back and just.
Well, why take it off, man?
But I'm saying you can always go back and check it and put it back on. It's not a big deal. The pictures are still there. But listen, hold on, listen. So when you look at his Twitter, all his Saints stuff is there. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like if he really was taking it off because of that, he would have took it off his Twitter too. I just feel as though me personally, I feel as though, you know, the Saints fans they're maniacs. They are maniacs. They're crazy. We know that they're fans. They live and breathe and die Saints, right? I'm one of them. But the thing is, for me as a human being to be going on somebody's Instagram and refreshing, trying to see what they doing and where they moving and what they, it's stupid. Like, people have lives outside of football. If somebody in my family died, right, and I say I need some time from sports overtime, I need some time to get myself back together, respect that and understand that I'm going through a situation.
So you're gonna take all your sports overtime.
Don't go look at my Instagram and say, oh, well, Nader took this picture down or he took this picture. It's like, I don't know. I just feel as though people just reading too much into it. And the people that put it out there to try to spark, you know, people, it's just stupid, man. He's going to be back. It's been reported he's going to be back. Dennis Allen said he's going to be back.
Don't know when.
Okay. I mean, it ain't like he's a rookie. He's a veteran.
Nader, but Dennis Allen also did say there's a timetable on this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a timetable. They're going to give
There's a timetable on this, and he said that. No, he said there's a time. He got to get back sooner. But he said that. Dennis Allen did say that.
The season is right around the corner. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I just feel as though a lot of people are taking it out of context. They're looking for something to harp on. You know, oh, he deleted his pictures.
Nate, you got to look at this too. He's with a new team. He don't know. You know, he's got to get acclimated with this team. I mean, there's a lot that goes involved in it.
Look what Jerry K said. He said Kyler Murray took all his stuff off Instagram. He's still with the Cardinals. You know why he took it off? Because he was mad with the Cardinals because they wasn't giving him no contract. He got his contract, so he put his shit back on.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. So you just said it. He's under contract. It ain't like he got no contract. He's under contract.
But he wasn't under contract, and he was waiting for a new contract. That's why he was mad with him, and he took his shit off. You know what I'm saying? You notice a lot of players do that. They take their shit off Instagram. Chauncey Gardner did it. Remember when they was talking about trading him for Deshaun Watson? Remember all that bullshit with Chauncey Gardner? Did the same thing.
I agree. I also agree. I agree a little bit with Nader too about the privacy part. But you also have to take, this is a business. It truly is. We see the ticket holders. It's a business. You got to look at that. I want to know what's going on with my team, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody has the right. Everybody has the right to
I can't leave my job without telling my boss what's going on.
Everybody has the right to worry about their team. I'm just saying, though, the people that came out with the story, they're just doing that shit to spark people.
So, David, in your opinion, does Dennis Allen know? In your opinion, does Dennis Allen know the reason?
Yes, he would have to know the reason. He's the coach.
So he can't come public with that.
Reason? What do you mean? Why wouldn't he know the reason? Dude, the guy has a contract with the Saints.
So why can't he share the reason? What I'm asking is, why can't he share the reason with the public?
Because
he don't want to tell him. If I tell you,
coach, he said, "Coach, keep this secret. Keep this on the down low. I don't want them knowing my business."
If I tell you,
right to do that.
If I tell Richie Rich, if I tell you, man, I went to the doctor, bro, and they said I might have whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Man, I'm gonna be out for. I need to get my mind right, bro. You know, don't say nothing, bro. I'm gonna be out for like a couple weeks. You know, as a man, I'm telling you what's my issue.
Yeah, they have a right to their privacy.
As a man, how do you think it would feel as a player? Mm-hmm. You tell somebody your personal business, and then they go to the media and reveal that. Well, what type of player you gonna get back in the locker room after that? You think he gonna trust the coach? No, the coach is holding it tight to his chest, and that's what he's supposed to do.
All I'm saying, Nader, is don't rule that out. You know, leave it open. You know, it could be. We don't know what it is.
Listen, so, I know people that know him personally. He's very excited. Listen, he's very excited. He was very excited to sign with the Saints.
He was
still very excited to play for the Saints. He's been practicing in New Orleans. He
That's
bought a
why I
house.
feel he's mad with the Saints.
Yeah,
That's why it's something between the Saints and him.
I don't think
That's
so.
why I feel that way.
We beg to differ. Me and you can have different opinions on
Yeah,
that.
of course.
I don't see
It's gonna. We all know eventually. We know one thing, Nate. That with the way the world works today, eventually it's all gonna come out.
Yeah, it's all gonna come out. But then again, let's say he does go back to practice and he's back, and then nobody says anything. Now everybody that was stressing out about this topic because it was brought out, like you ain't gonna be stressing no more. Like why?
I don't think people stress about it, Noda. And I pray. Listen, I don't wish bad on anybody, dude. I don't. But I tell you what, it better be a really good reason.
But I mean, but you say that you say that Richie Rich, but at the same time, that man don't owe you nothing. That man don't have to report to you. You know what I'm saying? That man plays for the Saints. He told the Saints his issue. He's dealing with it. The Saints are dealing with his issue. They've come out multiple times and said, we're giving him his space. We're respecting his privacy. And that's that. He don't owe Nate nothing. He don't owe Richie Rich nothing or Soul Saint nothing. He don't owe anybody nothing. He's under contract. He's going to get paid from the Saints. And that's it. It's end of discussion. Like
well, that's true what you're saying, Nada, as far as, like I say, he can have a meeting with the coach tomorrow, Friday, or whatever. And he say, hey, coach, I'm back. They can make up. And they don't have to tell the public. They don't have to tell nobody what happened. He just back at practice. So everybody's going to be cool with it.
And they might not even need to
make
up about
that. He can come back and not know. But see, remember the Michael Thomas incident where he got into it with Chauncey? I guess that was something you couldn't keep quiet. You know
because it happened. Yeah, it happened. But also, too, what you said, it might not even be something that they need to make up on. It might just really be he had a family and a death in his family, and he had time to wait.
But Nada, don't you think if he had a death, which I don't wish on anybody, don't you think if he had a death, that's public, dude? That's people would know that. I mean, somebody passes away.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you never know, man.
Usually, hold on, Rich, you're right. Usually, if it's a death in the family, the public will know. The public will say, well, you know, what you call his mom, Tyron's mom, you know, and I'm not putting that on it, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Usually, if it's a death in the family, they'll say it. Yeah, usually, if he has a child,
all I'm saying is, I get he don't owe us no reason. But all I'm saying, me as a fan, it better not be some petty dumb stuff, is what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It better be nothing personal.
The thing about it from my perspective is if he had an issue, he wouldn't have showed up to OTAs. If he had an issue, he wouldn't even sign with the Saints. If he had an issue, he wouldn't be practicing and working out with people.
I don't think I agree with you. I don't think Tyrone has an issue with the Saints.
If there was really an issue there, I mean, he's penciled in as the starter. You know, there's not you're back in your hometown. You're back playing in front of your hometown and the fans. Like, there's a lot of positives. Like, everybody always focuses on the negatives, but let's talk about the positives and why he wants to be here and why he wants to play for the Saints and why he wants to be in that dome week 2 against Tampa and season opener, you know what I'm saying, at home and have that crowd behind him. So, again, we're going to find out sooner than later on what's going to happen with him. I just feel as though, for me, I feel as though the Who Dat Nation is panicking, and I feel, me personally, I'm not panicking over the situation because, again, people have lives outside of football. And people have lives outside of football, and if they need time, and the coach agreed to give him the time off, if the coach agreed to let him do his thing, then that's between him and the coach, and he'll be back soon. So
yeah, that's enough about Honey Badger.
Yeah,
let's move on.
Yeah, but I will say this on Honey Badger. You're right about this. So his jersey number is still not confirmed yet. Number one, I will give you that. But
Soul's gonna be right about this.
But also too, because I was doing jersey giveaways and stuff, and I bought.
Why don't you just wear number 7? How about that?
Well, Taysom Hill got number 7.
Buy from Taysom Hill.
Well, look, but also too, let me just say this, right? He basically. Well, I bought like 8 or 9 jerseys for people.
You're right, Mike.
When I was giving out the jerseys, right?
We hope that it's family.
Look,
that's an opinion, Mike. That's an opinion.
I'm saying when I bought the 8 or 9 jerseys for people, right? I pre-ordered the jerseys for them, the Tyrann Mathieu jerseys, right? They sent me an email. They sent me 9 emails in a row saying that the jerseys, your pre-order jerseys, will ship by September 30th. So if you wanna look into that and you take that as something, I'm just putting it out there that they will be sending out Tyrann Mathieu jerseys by September 30th. So
that's 4 games into the season.
Again, they're backed up because the whole number situation. Everybody's backed up. There's no Olave. These
guys need to quit with these numbers, though, man. They just, man, Lord mercy.
Yeah.
I gotta wear this jersey number for this person, that person. Play some football.
Now, one guy that I am happy is back. I do have his jersey as well, and that's Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas is back. I'm very excited about him being back. He's been working. He's been trying to get back on that field, and just to see him at training camp off the PUP, that's a huge relief. Obviously he's going to bring so much to this offense, and we've seen last year without Mike how that offense struggled. So now when you got Mike coming back, Olave, you got Landry, you got all of these guys in the mix, it's going to be something to watch. And I can't wait until we see Mike out there. Mike Teasy.
He said
Rich need therapy. Rich stressing over that, bro.
I definitely do.
Dog. Go get your massage, man.
They got a lot of crazy people out there because some people don't feel like family first. You know what I'm saying? But
I definitely do.
Rich says opinion.
So definitely, man. But again,
I said opinion for some people is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If more people put family first, this world would be a lot better.
Well, listen, He put a tweet out there, and it says it right there. Jerry put it out there that he put his order is God, family, and football. So
right. Some people put God first.
Yeah, God, family, football. That's what it is. So
you're right about that. So
now, again, talking about Mike Thomas, what's just y'all take on Mike just being back out there? I know y'all were out there at the training camp. What's your thoughts seeing him back out there?
He didn't participate in like on the 7-on-7s and stuff like that. But when they were just going out running routes and Jameis was throwing to him, he did do that. So they're giving him a little bit at a time. They giving him baby steps. Baby steps. You know what I'm saying? So
and listen, I'm a man of my word. I told Mike Teasy, I told Soul, I told Nader, everybody. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I was on Michael Thomas about this long drag out with his injury and stuff, and I said, you know what? And I said this, Soul. I said, I'm gonna wait as long as he shows up for training camp. I'm good. And guess what? The day after we talked about it, he practiced. So
that's why I said. So you need to stop saying. You need to stop saying.
Hey, Mike, why are you telling me to relax? I just said we was cool with him taking baby steps. You don't have to worry about the 7-on-7. He's here now, so we good.
He looks good. He looks good, man. Look, I got Mike Thomas' jersey, man.
We cool with what Mike Thomas is doing, man.
Well, Mike Teasy was always defending Mike because me and him went back and forth, which I get. And you know what? Too. He said just give it time, and he was right. I'm a man.
Right. Me and you was concerned.
Absolutely.
What did I say?
And
I was not.
You were not. I was wrong. You and Mike were not. I said I was wrong.
About, why the surgery didn't go good, and why it taking so long, and why he ain't back yet.
You was with Mike. And Mike, that's my little brother.
All that is
but
true.
He know.
All that is
he
true.
know me and him will go at it.
Come on, man. I told you, look,
everything he said.
Just like I told y'all, don't panic on that situation. I'm telling y'all, don't panic on Tyrann Mathieu. And then probably tomorrow he gonna be back at camp. So
yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well. We might as well. Listen, we might as well. Now, one guy that we definitely need for the season, man. Yesterday it was kind of some good news, and I don't know, I kind of felt 50-50 on it, but Alvin Kamara's court date was yesterday. It was pushed back 2 months. So it looks like he is going to be able to start the season. And, the court date has been postponed till September 29th. So when I look at this situation, I'm going to just say this. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people are panicking about this too. It seems like there's panic everywhere.
Y'all got to take on this.
There's flames everywhere I go. I'm just trying to like dodge everything.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I think that what's going to happen in this situation, and we can roll the tape back later on. Y'all could go back to this footage. I feel as though the same thing that happened to Lattimore.
Hey, Nader, not to cut you off, I got something for you.
What you got? Oh, I see him. Represent,
You
represent,
see him?
represent, baby, represent. But going back to that, I think that in this situation, right? In this situation,
look like Nader got a cheerleader.
he might be on the same
That's a
page.
football player, right? Hey, no,
y'all be on some
Blake,
crazy.
That's Blake. That's a football player right there.
Go Nader. Go Nader. Give me an N. Give me an A. Give me a D-E-R.
Man, you crazy. But look, we could roll the tape back later on when this all settles. But I feel as though the same thing that happened with Lattimore is going to happen with Kamara. They're going to keep pushing the court date back. It's going to lead into the offseason and then have to worry about it next year, or he might not even get suspended. All charges drop. Because think about it. Yesterday, the court date, it was in Las Vegas. Nobody showed up. Nobody showed up but the lawyers. So the victims, the Kamara, they didn't show up at all. So I don't know how the situation is going to pan out 100%, but from my take, I think that he plays the whole season and we don't have to worry about it, man. What's y'all take on Kamara?
I tell you what, man, I know what Soul's about to say, and I kind of agree with him. I hope this don't get pushed back, and then we in the middle of the season, and then he gets a suspension in the middle of that stretch run when we really need him.
Yeah, that's what
you
I
think,
said.
Soul?
That's what I said. The same thing. I remember what happened to Ezekiel Elliott. And I just don't want that to happen because our hardest part of the schedule is in the middle and towards the end. That's when everybody start playing playoff football. You know what I'm saying? So, for us to just get this over with, if they're gonna suspend him, let's do it early. If they're gonna do it,
I just don't know. I just don't know how they suspend him, but they let him play in the Pro Bowl right after it happened.
Don't make no sense. It don't make no sense
at all.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
And then you know what? And let me say this about Kamara, man. That dude's getting a bad rap. But look, I seen the video, and it's not. I mean, he did beat the dude up. I ain't taking it away. But that dude provoked him. And Kamara even after this, Kamara just doesn't strike me as that type of person, really.
No. I think the charge is gonna get dismissed. I feel as though they're gonna pay him the guy to just be good, and then they, because the thing is, you might as well pay the dude and get it over with instead of losing game checks. Because you're gonna lose game checks. That's gonna be more money than you would have paid the dude anyway. So just pay the dude, get it over with, and let's keep it moving. But there is a lot in this case because a lot of people say that the guy was provoking Kamara, or he was talking about his girl, saying that she's ugly, or I think he was like messing with the chick, messing with his girl or whatever. I don't know. Like he was like provoking his girl or whatever. So there's no clear video. Yeah, he's right. MJ Enola is definitely right. I haven't seen any video. It's not like
go on YouTube. A guy
TMZ don't even have a video of this.
Right after it happened, there was a guy. Listen, this was on YouTube, and people were sharing it, and then they took it down.
Oh, I don't know.
It had him in the elevator. It was a video from the security surveillance in the elevator.
Well, listen, this is what I know, right? So first he has to go, right, and plead guilty or accept the settlement. If he doesn't do that on 9/29, then the trial will be set for February sometime. So again,
oh man, I hope you're right. I hope they do it and treat it like Kamara. I mean,
I know y'all say he might. I know you're saying, are you rather the suspension in the beginning than in the middle? I understand that. I completely agree. But also too, if he's not gonna get suspended, then why get suspended any games? Number one. Number two, you look at the beginning of the schedule. I know y'all saying the end is in the middle and towards the end is hard. It is. It's the hardest stretch. But man, those first 3 games are against NFC South opponents, and we need everybody on the field. Everybody.
I agree.
And 2 of those, the opponents we've dominated in the regular season. So really, Carolina caught us off guard last year. Yeah. But as far as Tampa Bay and and we're a better team now. You know, so I don't see us having a problem. You know, just like on Tell It Like It Is, my guys think we're gonna smash Atlanta, Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I'm not really worried about them first 3 games, but we should, you know, like they say, division games. But I mean, those games haven't been close, really. You know, if you think about it, if you look at the records.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. But again, man, we gotta the one thing that we gotta do this year, man, we gotta start off fast. Again, we got 3 NFC South Division games to open up. And I mean, you got Atlanta week 1 in Atlanta. You know, they got a new quarterback. They got, you know, I don't even know who their receivers are except for Drake London and Kyle Pitts. Other than that, I can't even tell you one receiver on their team. They look like they got a Madden team.
They said that kid. They said that. I don't like Atlanta, dude, but they said that kid's standing up, Drake London.
They team on Madden ranked in the 60s. That's how bad their offense is. Mariota, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna get out of him? Now, also, you know, you got the Tampa game week 2 in the Superdome. I feel as though that game, it's gonna be crazy. Like, we already know the whole Chauncey Gardner, Tom Brady pitcher situation. We know they've been talking smack all off season. You know, they lost their center. Yep. We got a fire defensive line. And so if that D-line is going to be able to get to Tom Brady, we going to be straight in that game.
Look, I hope he gets back. I never want to see a guy go down like that. And, you know, I don't wish injury on anybody. But it was hilarious listening to the Tampa fans on the websites just talking about, oh, he'll be back in 30 days. Oh, yeah, it's going to be remarkable. Okay.
Yeah.
You think that.
I mean, and then you got that Carolina game. Like Sol just said, Carolina caught us off guard last year. They got CMC returning. They got Baker Mayfield at quarterback, which I'm not, you know, hesitant about that. But also too, again, we talk about this all the time on this show. And again, so you've been a fan longer than me. Richie, you've been a fan longer than me. We all know when the Saints take teams lightly, they lose. So
that's the problem. Yep.
You cannot take that team lightly.
Case in point, the Giants last year.
Yeah. And that was the first game back in the Superdome after the whole hurricane evacuation, after the fire in the roof of the Superdome and all of that.
Yep.
And then we came home and we blew time. So again, man, like we gotta be focused. We gotta come out the gate, man, and we have to be ready for this season. I really do feel like Sol just said. I feel as though this team they have some beasts all over the field. They have talent. They have depth everywhere.
But I just feel like Nader, we love our Saints, but we can't be blinded to where there is talent in the whole NFC. You know, there is.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be tough. Trust me, it ain't gonna be easy.
Listen, you still got the Rams, right? They're the Super Bowl champs. You still got the Rams. You know, you got Tampa Bay, you got Green Bay. Green Bay, they lost Devontae Adams, you know, but they're going to be a more balanced attack in the sense that they're going to use, you know, Jones and Dillon more in the run game. So, you know, you're going to have to stop that. I feel that's an advantage for the Saints because the Saints are good at what? Stopping the run. So that I'm good with that, you know. And we beat the shit out of them last year in Jacksonville. So was at that game, right?
But you know, Nader, you talking about Carolina, believe me. I could care less about Baker Mayfield, whoever, Darnold,
49ers.
Yeah, but I will tell you this much right now. I don't know why, as good as our defense is, why do we struggle against McCaffrey?
I'm not gonna say we struggle.
I wouldn't say we struggle.
McCaffrey, you know, their offense is, you know, is centered around him. You know, he gets a lot of touches, bro. And that's why he never make it to the end of the season because he gets so many touches, bro. I mean, you know, but maybe now, you know, it might be a little different. They got some good wide receivers and other weapons. Yeah. And they need to just stop loading that dude down with touches like that.
I mean,
his body can't take it.
Yeah, they got DJ Moore. They got Robbie Anderson. You know, they got some. They still got Terrence Marshall from LSU. So I mean, they got some weapons on offense. Again, the inconsistency at quarterback is the key for them because again, you don't know what Sam Darnold's going to do. You don't know what Baker Mayfield's going to do. So if you can get pressure on either one of those quarterbacks, whoever's starting, I think
I don't know what like Mike T said about Baker Mayfield. I don't know what they were thinking trading for him. I mean, I would have went after Garoppolo before him. Truthfully, I mean, what's this boy saying?
Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold equals booty juice.
Boy, damn.
But you know, I do like our chances, man. But I do want to talk about this player because in training,
We're gonna talk about the Deshaun Watson situation.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that in a second. But I want to talk about this player because when we drafted him, we knew what we was getting. We've seen the tape, and it was like, man, this dude is very aggressive. He reminds you of Kyle Turley. You know, y'all remember Kyle Turley throwing the helmet across the field, right? But man, Trevor Penning, this dude has been talking smack to Taco Charlton, Carl and He Granderson. They've been pushing each other, hitting each other, throwing fists and everything. He's getting under the defense skin. And you know, one thing that I really like about this situation, a lot of people say, oh man, they fighting, they acting like thugs and this and that. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. We got a dog on the defense in Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and now we got one on the offense in Trevor Penning. That's gonna talk shit.
I didn't read on Kathy's this is Jerry's wife. He said, this is Jerry's wife. What's y'all take on the whole Deshaun Watson situation and the fact that the dumbass, Robert Kraft, has no room to talk, his old ugly ass was in a whorehouse. So from a woman's perspective, his wife ain't doing her job.
Okay. We'll talk about that in a second, man.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. What's y'all take on Trevor Penning?
That dude, man, he was. Oh,
I'm gonna tell you. Look, I got some notes from day 6 today. They say he had a real bad practice. He was getting beat. He was chippy. He was kind of aggravated with everybody. He got into it with Peyton Turner on yesterday.
Peyton Turner don't want that smoke.
Well, look,
ain't nobody on that defense want that smoke.
JT Gray got into it with him today, and JT Gray even had to back up. He was like, "Man, I ain't trying to deal with this dude."
He's crazy. He's a maniac out there. They say
he's a maniac out there.
But I like that because guess what? I like it a lot. Man.
That's why I think Hurts is going to start because I still think that Penning has a lot to work on as a left tackle, and even though he's nasty and everything, his technique.
Hold on, I'll be right back, guys.
He grabs a lot and stuff like that. So he needs to work on that stuff.
Yeah, and I like the fact that having depth at the position is obviously key because offensive linemen always go down, especially last year. I know he went to the Dolphins, but Teron Armstead definitely got hurt a lot, and so when you have depth at the offensive line, and then you got depth in a guy like him that is a resemblance of Kyle Turley, that is a resemblance of that feistiness, that aggressiveness on the O-line. You got to have some dogs on the O-line, right? And so when you look at that O-line, you got Ryan Ramczyk. He could hold his own. He's a dog. When you look at the other guys on the O-line, you kind of think, you got Eric McCoy. He's a beast. He could hold his own. But other than that, it looks like you got some dudes on the O-line that's kind of like soft a little bit in Cesar Ruiz, Pete. So again, when you have a guy like Trevor Penning coming in and he brings that fire and tenacity to that O-line, I just think it's going to build everybody up.
And I want to send some prayers out to my boy Smoke Monday. They say he had a significant knee injury today.
Yeah.
So they say he was having a good camp, and that's sad. Just like the rookie with the Pelicans went down with that knee injury. Man, these up and coming guys, but they're young, so the future's still bright.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Now, one thing that you said so earlier in the show about Jarvis Landry is that his route running is out of this world. One thing I wanted to talk about last night, he posted a picture of him getting cupped, if y'all know what that means, putting the cups in. It's like a massage type of thing or whatever. Man, he had cups all over his body. People was freaking out on Twitter.
I know. His skin was in the cup.
They was like, man, what's wrong with this dude, bro? Is he okay? Is he getting cupped? They thought he was. And then he put NOLA 1 Landry 0. Like the Heat got him, so he had to start getting cupped and stuff. So I don't know. I never got
know what that does, but I like to feel, just see what it feels like.
I'm good. That shit look nasty.
Just do my leg one spot. You ever had that done? You ever been cupped?
No. I seen one today, man. The whole body was covered. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's nasty. That shit that look nasty.
That's crazy.
Now, two guys that are really having a good camp so far is Traquan Smith and Deontay Hardy. And Traquan Smith, obviously, he needs a solid camp this year. But my question to y'all is, do you think
MJ said, "Can we send Ruiz to the Falcons?"
Hey, don't forget this dude. They've been holding on to this dude for the last 2 years, and he was the two receivers came out of this draft, and they thought were the best two, Amari Cooper and Kevin White, and they still holding on. And Kevin White had a good day the other day. He jumped. It looked like he jumped so high.
I've seen that vertical, man.
Yeah, he jumped so high, man. I was like, wow, he got some.
He just can't
That's what I'm
stay
saying.
healthy.
He's got the physical ability because this dude came into the league and was hurt with major injuries his first 3 years. He didn't even get to play a full season until he was 4 years in. That's what I'm saying. And then I guess he lost. He forgot how to catch because he had catching problems from the 4 years.
Why y'all mentioning receivers? Oh, love it.
I know. It's competition.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of people.
Well, I mean, just based on the reports, he's been kind of up and down too. Like, he's still getting his feet under him. He's still learning the NFL, and he's been going up against that defense, man. And he's been having, he have a day.
He is a rookie going against a top defense, dude. That dude's holding his own.
Right.
Listen, he's holding his own. I'm just saying he's gonna have growing pains.
And think about this, Nate. Think about this. He's gonna be the third receiver on the team when everybody lines up.
Yeah.
And look, the highlight of today was a beautiful bomb to Deontay Hardy.
Yep.
In the indoor facility today. That was the play of the day.
55 yards.
I tell you what, I was right where he was warming up at Saturday. He don't look happy at all.
Who?
Hardy.
Nah, he just like that. He a cool dude.
Yeah,
is he just like that? Is it just me, or he just like?
He's just like that, man. He's a cool dude.
Is
man.
he?
He's cool. He actually gave me a signed jersey last year for Christmas.
Okay.
So yeah, he's a cool.
I mean,
dude.
they all try. He is trying to get a new contract, right?
Yeah, I mean, he wants a new contract, obviously, but nah, he's cool. He just like that, man. He don't smile a lot. But he's really cool.
We need to have picket signs down at Goodell's headquarters, bro.
How much is Hardy's value dropping with the addition of these new receivers and stuff?
No, not that much. You know why? Because he's kick return. So he gonna make the team regardless. He's our special teamer.
So they're not gonna pay a guy $11, $15 million a year to be a kick returner, dude.
But you also got
he's gonna come in and stretch the field too, Richie, just like he did last year.
Listen, he definitely wants his money. Don't get me wrong. But when
he deserves it, he's been a good asset for this team.
Don't get me wrong, he definitely deserves it. And when you would go from
he wanted money.
Go from making 600,000 to 1.5 million, and then now he wants a deal. I mean, I get it. I understand. He deserves it. I mean, he's one of the best punt returners in the NFL. That's outside.
If the Saints don't give it to him, somebody's gonna give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's outside of him being a wide receiver. But again, when you take, it's kind of like the Jimmy Graham situation, right? When you had Jimmy Graham here, he was playing tight end, but he thought he was a wide receiver, so he wanted to get paid like a wide receiver. So the Saints didn't really know how to leverage that. They gave him a contract, but they didn't really know how to leverage it in the beginning. So I just feel as though it's going to take some time. They got to work out the kinks and the numbers and stuff. Because again, he's a wide receiver. First of all, he's a kick returner / wide receiver. So They just got to figure out the numbers and stuff. But I think they want him, and it's hard to get a good punt returner. He's an all pro.
Yeah, it is, and he's all pro. So
let's talk about this Watson thing, man. What y'all think
Hey,
about this?
just on another note, you have to talk about it. I'm happy to see Lutz back too. Thank God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. The Deshaun Watson thing, I'll go first. I mean, you know, I got to say this before we start about this Deshaun Watson thing. I feel as though the NFL's integrity has went down the shithole this week, and actually in the last couple of days. And the reason for that is because when you look at discipline, right? Okay, if I do something bad and Richie Rich does the same thing that I do, right, and he does it, I feel as though I should get the same suspension as Richie Rich or vice versa, right? I feel as though with the NFL, man, it's just all bullshit. It's all propaganda. And what I mean by that is when you got a guy who has 30 plus sexual assault cases against him, right? And he gets 6 games. And you got a guy in a wide receiver in Atlanta. And you trust me, I can't stand the Falcons, not one bit. But in this case, I got to say, when you got a guy like Calvin Ridley who makes a bet on his team and gets a 17-game suspension. Now, mind you, when you're watching games, when you're at the Superdome, when you're looking at the big screen, what are they promoting? Hey, FanDuel. Hey, bet this, bet that. Hey, buy these tickets and you can win this and that, right? It's all betting, right? So the NFL promotes betting. The guy wasn't playing. He was away from his team because he had mental health issues. And then he goes and bets on he goes and he bets on his team, and he loses out on a 17-game. He gets a 17-game suspension. Now, number one, if you want to put that together, he had mental health issues. Not making fun of that at all. But if you're gonna go out and bet on the Falcons, then I definitely agree. You do have mental health issues because again, who the hell is betting their money on the Falcons? Number one. Number two, again, he got 17. But I say that to say this, right? When you go and you give a guy who gambled 17 games, and then you go and you give a guy who has 30 sexual assault cases, 30 plus sexual assault cases, 6 games, how is that right? And then on top of that, you had a guy like Josh Gordon who was smoking weed, right? He got 25-game suspension when you add up all of the time that they took away from him. That's so basically the NFL is telling me that a guy who gambles, right? You're telling me a guy who has 30 sexual assault cases and you give him 6 games, that's nothing compared to somebody who bets on his team. It's just ridiculous. And even if you look at it from this perspective, going back to the Saints wide receiver today, Kawan Baker, got suspended 6 games because of performance-enhancing drugs. Okay? How do you suspend somebody 6 games for performance-enhancing drugs, but yet you suspend somebody who had 30 sexual assault cases 6 games? It don't make no sense, and it's wrong. It's wrong because
let me say this, Nathan.
Let me say this one thing. A lot of people would say, "Oh, he sat out last year, and that was his suspension." No, that wasn't his suspension. The team did not want him to play until he got his shit together. He still don't have his shit together. But when you see a 6-game suspension come out, and then this guy's at practice signing autographs. Come on, man. How disrespectful is that? That's just disrespectful.
He didn't get, when he went out, the cheers was kind of low. He didn't get too many cheers. So I'm sure there's people that's fans in Cleveland that don't like it either. I know that's their team, so they're going to cheer for their team and everything. But I know there's a lot of women that don't like the outcome of this. And a lot of people around the league, a lot of, executives and from coaches to, people that got punished back in the past, everybody was coming out. And, the league has always been big on domestic and stuff and crimes against women. I don't understand. That's why I don't understand this. Look at Ray Rice. He hit his old lady, and his old lady didn't want to press charges, but the league got him. And he never came back to football.
Nope.
Now Deshaun Watson sexually assaulted all these women. he gets a 6 game, a slap on the wrist, and yeah, I mean, I just look at, I forgot there was one other guy that had a fight, and he beat up his girlfriend. Who was the guy that was kicking the girl in the hallway? Kareem Hunt. I mean,
he's still playing.
Right, he's still playing. But what was his punishment?
10 you remember? 10.
Well, 10. the thing about it, I don't mean to cut you off, Richie Rich, but the thing about it is that when people look at the situation, and then I'm playing devil's advocate here, right? When people are taking both sides, and they look at both sides and they say, well, I agree with what you just said, but also he wasn't criminally convicted of anything. So that way, it's basically allegations. He wasn't convicted of anything. But the thing about it is, it's like, okay, if he wasn't convicted of anything, then why is he settling with these
right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, if you're not, it's kind of like the Kamara situation, right? Why would Kamara settle with the guy that they got in a fight with? Because if he settles with the guy, that just shows that Kamara is guilty. So it goes back to this situation. But yes, they are right. It was allegations. He wasn't criminally convicted, and I understand that part. But again, you have to look at it from not just a football perspective, not from it's like on some Law and Order SVU type of episodes where it's like, bro, how many women are saying the same thing about you? It may not be true, but listen, there's so many women that are saying this, and how many massage therapists do you need? Like, I don't understand it. Like, for me personally, I go to
and the thing about it was, here's the thing that blew my mind.
Right.
The women's names didn't come out, so none of them knew who it was, but a bunch of them from different states had the exact same story.
Yeah, it's like, and that's the thing. It bothers me. It bothers me because it bothers me so much because we all got sisters, we all got mothers, we all got whoever, daughters, whatever the case may be, and wives, and it's like, how many massage therapists do you need? It just doesn't make any sense. Number one. Number two, if you're settling with people, yeah, you're trying to get them off your back, but that also kind of shows that you're guilty. But here's the biggest thing that nobody's talking about. The biggest thing that nobody's talking about in this whole situation is they left the decision up to the judge. The judge is a woman. How can a woman judge as a woman in the United States of America? How can a woman judge give somebody who has 30 plus sexual assaults on him? How can a judge give him a 6-game suspension? The NFL, before the judge made her ruling, they wanted him to have 12 games up to the whole season suspended. The judge, who is a woman, came out and said, no, we're going to only give him 6 games. Much sense does that make?
Because the issue is with the bylaws that Roger Goodell and the Players Association wrote out were contract detrimental to a team. So what she looked at past cases, okay? And that's how she's ruling. Because just like Soul said a little while ago, when you had the Ray Rice incident, they completely fouled that thing up. They suspended that man for 2 games. Then the video came out, and the media went crazy, and then suspended him for the whole year. And actually, Ray Rice sued and won in court against the NFL.
But listen, but one thing you do have
never play football no more.
One thing you do have to
down.
One thing you do have to remember, though, and I agree with you, but one thing I will say that I didn't agree with your take is, we can't really say like this reminds us of this case or this reminds us of that case.
No, you can't. No, I agree with you on that.
Because this case is something totally different. We've never seen it before. I mean, you got women that are saying that they was giving, they were giving him a massage and what he was doing to them.
Call it what you see it, Nate. You just said it yourself. Say something that points out to me, Sean Watson is a sexual predator.
That's what I think. But and I will say this too. I want to say this too, because I want to apologize to everybody that ever. No, listen, I'm being really sincere about this. I want to apologize to anybody that's ever followed me, that's ever watched my show, that's ever, supported me. One thing I will say, and one thing I do regret as a human being, is I will say this: in the off season, I was a guy that was pushing to sign Deshaun Watson to the Saints. And I will say this: as a man, I really feel silly for even posting that, even posting pictures of him in a Saints jersey, because it was wrong. And as a man, I didn't think about the whole situation.
We didn't really know.
I will say this. So
we didn't really know what was going on, though.
I know,
but after all this came out, you wouldn't have wanted him.
No, for sure. No, hell no. But the thing is, I do want to apologize to anybody, because anybody could go back and say, well, you was
I was the same way, Nate. I second you on that.
Yeah, so I apologize to anybody because, again, what he did was wrong.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that let me tell you, let me start off by saying this, man. I had 5 daughters and I had 5 sisters. And I'm ashamed of myself for even wanting this guy to be in a black and gold uniform. Because it's like y'all said, this is football, man. That's real life. That's people's lives. That's women's lives that he's ruined.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I mean, again, if it was 1 case, 2 cases, 3 cases, okay. But 30 plus cases, like, come on, man. Like, how many more cases is it going to be for the NFL to really, bring down the hammer? And I don't feel like they brought down the hammer. I don't think they did.
First of all, they had an NFL player, and I'm not going to say his name. He came on today on one of the networks. And you know what he said? He said, I can count how many times in 1 year that I had 2 massages in a year, let alone 30.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how many massages do you need? I feel as though, yeah, you're a football player. Yeah, your body takes bruises and bumps and stuff like that. But like, how many massage therapists do you need? 1, 2, maybe 3. But I mean, 30 plus. Like, come on, man. Come on. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I was very disrespectful from the NFL. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: as a Saints fan, if they were to suspend Kamara for 6 games, and based on what Kamara did and based on what he did, yeah, Kamara's on video. They have video evidence of it. But if they go out and suspend Kamara for 6, 7, 8 games, whatever the case may be, and they gave this dude 6 games for being a sexual predator, the NFL just it needs to be run by a different person. And also, too, let me say this: and when you look at it, when the Saints went through the Bounty Gate situation, right? They suspended Sean Payton for the whole year, right? They put the hammer down on Sean Payton. Mm-hmm. Think about what they just did today with the Miami Dolphins. Their owner was telling them to lose games on purpose so they can get a better draft pick. What did they give the owner as a fine? Oh, they fined him and he's not able to be around the team until October.
There's more to that, Nate, that's going to come out. There's more to it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, the NFL plays these, okay, we like the Dolphins. We're going to give him a month off from the team, being away from the team. Oh, we don't like the Saints, so we're going to give Sean Payton a year's suspension. And, with the Kamara thing, I will say this too, and I tweeted this yesterday and people were going nuts. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be real with you. The NFL isn't going to give us any favors, but I feel as though what they did to us in the NFC Championship game, they kind of owe us. And I also kind of feel this way. I feel as though that because Sean Payton isn't the coach of the Saints anymore, I feel as though they might not come they might not come down as hard on Kamara as they would if Sean Payton was the coach.
So you're right on that.
So
Lattimore they might have got suspended Lattimore last year if Sean Payton was still the head coach.
Just something to think about. No, we're not talking like he was convicted of a crime, but we're just saying when you had Mike Teasy just said y'all talking like he was convicted of a crime. We're not saying he was convicted, but again, when you settling with all of these women, you must have did something wrong.
See, y'all have to figure out what's the definition of sexual assault. Is it a mental thing? Is it verbal? Is it because I know and you know
it can be multiple things.
Hold on, I know and you know that if it was aggravated where he forced these women and had sex with them, and they said no against their will and stuff like that, he'll be under the jail right now. So
why are you getting 30 massages in a year, though? So that's crazy.
I don't know what Deshaun Watson did with these massages, and I don't know if I want to know. But I heard rumors. I heard some sugary stuff on.
Oh yeah, I heard it too.
Deshaun's part. So
But listen, one thing I do want to say is, imagine this, right? Imagine if Deshaun Watson would have signed with the Saints, and then the ruling would have came down. Do you think they would have gave him 6 games if he was with the Saints?
Oh no.
Well, the judge had nothing to do with it.
The whole year.
Think about this. This is not over because Roger Goodell could overrule this. It's just opinion based. That's it.
They said something about that they could go in and
but the NFL said that they were gonna agree with the judge's ruling and move on. But I mean, the thing is, it's kind of like if the NFL goes back and says, all right, well, we're gonna suspend them 12 games, then what the hell do you needed a judge and a ruling for? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
because I think the exact same thing is gonna happen with Soul said, like with the Ray Rice instance. They only gave him 2 games to begin with. Well, when the media got a hold of it, like us talking about this now, the women, the rights for women and stuff like when they start getting backlash from other different communities and stuff, they're gonna change that ruling quick.
Yeah, I mean,
especially if sponsorship comes in.
Yeah, I mean, again, and just like MJ said, it takes 2. Mike Teasy said,
some people settle, make stuff go away. And look, speaking of MJ, you think about Michael Jackson, himself, how he settled, with the family or the little boy. Some people just want shit to just go away, like he said. You know what I'm saying? And just like Kamara, he want to get on with his life, man. Pay the dude some money. You got beat up. You didn't die. You're gonna be all right. Your orbital socket is healed.
He said you didn't die. Oh man, that man said you didn't. Well, I mean, you didn't die. So look, take this money. Go ahead about your.
Now it'd be different if they had beat the man and he died, or if they beat him and he lost sight.
Listen, y'all did miss a quote by Mike Teasy, what he said, and I agree with him when y'all was comparing the gambling to the sexual assault. The difference is baseball handled when the guy from the Reds. Oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, the guy that gets suspended that's banned from baseball. I'm losing my mind.
Pete.
Yes, Pete. That's what Mike was saying earlier. Pete Rose. He got suspended. He's banned from baseball forever for betting on baseball. Banned from the Hall of Fame, even after it's over with.
I agree with Mike Teasy right here. I believe it was consensual too, but then he just got a little too freaky, and it was like, Jesus Christ, what would you want us to do
now? Come on,
and I'm serious, bro. Look, I'm about to say this, tell it like it is, but it ain't.
But look, going back to what Richie Rich said, man, I can't even think now. You done got me thinking about all kind of stuff of him getting a massage and shit. Come on, bro. Oh man, let's move to the next topic.
Oh my God!
Y'all got my mind.
Right. Watson, you are lucky, but we still gonna bust your ass up when we get up there to Cleveland. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be out there. I'm going to that game. I'll be
bust
out
that
there.
ass up.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith. Pete Rose. Thank you, goodness Lord.
But Mike Teasy does bring a good point. He said they got till Thursday to appeal. The NFLPA agreed with the decision by Judge Sue Robinson, but Goodell is still on it. So we'll see what happens Thursday. But I don't know. I think he's just going to be 6 games and call it a day. But it just sucks, man. It just sucks because, again, like you said, gambling, smoking weed, sexual assault, they get more games suspensions, more games suspended than somebody does sexual assaults, which just sucks. Now, one thing we also want to talk about, which is in a controversy range, is, again, I talked about it a little bit, but the Miami Dolphins have been punished for violating the integrity of the game. And also, Sean Payton, the Saints, they always got to be in some mess. But they basically had contact with Sean Payton during the offseason. And because of that, they will forfeit their first-round pick in 2023, a third-round pick in 2024, and their owner, Stephen Ross, is suspended through October 17th after league investigation. So what Miami was trying to do was they were trying to go out, get Sean Payton, sign Tom Brady, put them together, and move forward. Sean Payton kind of lied to the Who Dat Nation because he was trying to cheat on us with the Dolphins. And when this report came out today, it showed that he was kind of on some, some slick shit. And so one thing I will say about this situation is I feel as though Sean Payton, he brought us a Super Bowl. Yeah, he did what he had to do for us. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. When this came out today, I was kind of pissed off because it's like, how you going to sit here and tell all the Saints fans, oh, I love it in New Orleans, but I just need a break and this, that. And then next thing you know, you trying to sign with the Dolphins. Like, come on, man. You trying to go to Tom Brady. And the thing about it is, if you would have told Drew Brees, hey man, we're good, we don't need you anymore, thank you, and you would have signed Tom Brady and brought him to the Saints, you wouldn't have had to go to Miami and have Tom Brady on your team. You could have brought Tom Brady to the Saints. But yet you sat there, you lied to the fan base. You said, oh man, I just want to go to TV. I want to do TV. Yeah, you got a TV job with Fox. But how about if Miami would have offered you that deal and gave the Saints the compensation that they would have wanted? Then what? So I kind of feel a certain way against Sean Payton today, man. I feel like he lied, and I feel like there was more to it of him leaving the Saints. That's just my take.
It's a good thing this show has sponsors. I can't tell them how I really feel about Sean Payton. I can tell you that. Because I tell you what, I feel betrayed. I feel like you gonna tell me after everything we went through in 2019, you on the slick behind us? As good as this city's been to you, as good as Gail Bench has been to you, you could have owned this city. And you trying to pull a slick behind the scenes stuff with Tom Brady of all people? Man, forget that, bro. They need to suspend Tom Brady's butt this year and ban Sean Payton for his second violation in the NFL. That's what I think.
I mean, I'm just upset, man. I'm highly disappointed. I really am, man.
But how you going to suspend an owner, find a franchise, and the other two guys, Tom Brady and Sean Payton, that's involved in it? You don't give them anything. How is that right?
And also, too, looking at the standpoint from a Saints perspective, right? I know this might be going overboard, but they were trying to get in contact with our coach. So if they were trying,
we should get their first round pick.
We should get that pick. We should get that pick instead of just randomly throwing it away. Give it to a team that needs it. They violated the rules. The rules that they violated was against our coach. He's on our team at the time. Mm-hmm. You give that team the draft pick. That's what it should be. But again, they're not going to do that at all because it's the same.
But Nader, think about this for a minute. The other two guys that are involved in this, Sean Payton and Tom Brady, has been suspended already from the NFL. This ain't their first time in trouble with the NFL.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it the Bounty Gate situation, there's always some madness.
So there's no rule. You're telling me there's no rule in the NFL if an NFL player reaches out to a team about negotiating a contract and coming there, there's no rule on that for a player?
I mean,
it takes two.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It does. It takes two. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel kind of like a slap in the face because it's like you came out, you said that you're kind of burnt out on coaching, you want to do TV, and then yet behind our backs you try and the Dolphins reach out to you, you pick up the phone, you talk to them, and you give them some type of play. It's kind of wrong. It's wrong. And so, like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Again, I kind of feel like MJ. Thank you for what you did for us, but man, Sean Payton held us back a lot too, man. Let's be real. Like, the not dressing a wide receiver position. Like, every fucking year you come out and you say, oh, no, we're good. We're good with our wide receivers. We have a good locker room. We have a good group of guys.
Yeah, right. Sean Payton and Drew Brees should have been gone 3 years ago.
We got these shitty ass receivers when you was here. You got fucking what's their wide receiver? What's the guy that used to always play? The short guy, number 80. Damn, I can't even think of his name. They used to have like players that were on a bench, bro, that would come in and they'd be starting. Like,
because it was always about Sean Payton and never about the team.
When it's time to run the ball, they was throwing the ball. He was so pass happy. He didn't like to run the ball a lot. Like, there's a lot of things that we could say. And yeah, we're not saying this because he's not the coach of the Saints anymore. We were saying this when he was the coach of the Saints. But at the same time, you know, you held the team back. You know, Drew Brees' arm, you know, got weak. You still had him in there. Yeah, Jerry, that's the name. Austin Carr. You had Austin Carr starting games, bro. Austin Carr. Come on.
Yep.
Man. Then you got the audacity to sit there and say, oh, yeah, man, we got a good group of wide receivers. And then once he leaves, guess what? Dennis Allen, as much as, you know, people want to talk shit about Dennis Allen. He don't know how to coach. He didn't do good with the Raiders. One thing I got to give Dennis Allen credit. He went out. He got Olave. He went out. He got Jarvis Landry. You know, he went out. He drafted. He got people from LSU. When he was here, he wouldn't pick nobody from LSU.
I hope that Sean Payton does try to come back to the Dallas Cowboys next year. Because, boy, how bad you really want to come back? Because it's going to cost a lot.
Listen, that's probably what's going to happen. You know, he's going to
It's going to cost a lot.
You know the Cowboys, they're going to choke. You know, they're in the NFC East. They're always going to choke. They made the playoffs last year. They actually went 6-0 in the division last year. They lost, as you know, to the 49ers.
We won 3 first-rounders and Michael Parsons. You can have them. There you go.
But listen, the thing about it is, it works it works to our advantage because Mike McCarthy, you know, hasn't really done anything. You know, where, you know, in Green Bay he had a good team, but he hasn't really done anything, and he's on the hot seat.
Nathan, let me tell you what.
We know Jerry Jones loves Sean Payton. We know Jerry Jones wants Sean Payton. We all watched the Sean Payton movie on Netflix. His family lives in Dallas. There's a lot of, you know, connections to Dallas. You know, he was with Dallas. So, again, you know, if that's the case, and I'm really hoping for the Cowboys to have a shitty season this year, because if they do, then guess what? The price of Sean Payton rises up.
But you see, but you see, Nader, this is what I think, and I hope we can go back and listen to this show because you're hearing it from me. I honestly think Sean Payton's going to sweet talk Miss Benson, going to finagle with Mickey Loomis, and they're going to give him away for next to nothing. Watch what I'm telling you. Watch.
No, I don't think so. I think the Saints aren't stupid. One thing I will say, Mickey Loomis is a beast, bro. And you see how he maneuvers that salary cap and gets under it every single year. You know, they know how to negotiate. And so when they negotiate, hey, listen, you want this coach? He has a Super Bowl under his resume. He knows how to call, he knows how to call games. Give him his props. You know, a lot of games he chokes. He does. But again, that's not our problem anymore.
Ain't no coach perfect.
Yeah, it's nobody's perfect. But again, that's not our problem anymore.
He's known for being a mastermind on offense.
On offense, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So that holds weight.
Yeah, we can, we can talk about him now. But like I said, he's gone. This is the Dennis Allen era. And that's that's what we need to be supporting.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're just saying, like, if
I don't care where Sean Payton goes, I really don't. I really don't care where he goes.
Well, so you got to, you have to, because you still have him. He's under contract still.
Yeah, I'm saying I hope we get something for him, but I don't care where he goes. Well,
I think in your opinion, I know you don't care about where he goes. I know that too, and I don't. But in your opinion, you don't think that because of the relationship that he has with Gail Benson and Mickey Loomis, that they're gonna? I'm telling you right now, they're gonna say, "Okay, give me a 5th rounder here. He's yours."
Depends on how, if they feel like we felt. If they feel like he quit on us, I don't know how his relationship with Gail Benson is right now. We haven't seen them talking.
I'm saying to you, if Sean Payton goes to Gail Benson and says, "Listen, Miss Benson, I've done a lot for this city. I just really want my freedom. I want a fresh start. Let's just work something out." I'm telling you, that woman's nice. She's gonna watch. I'm telling you.
Well, Sean, you need to go talk to Mickey.
Yes.
You need to talk to Mickey.
That's why. Seriously, y'all joke, y'all laughing, but that's actually how that conversation is gonna go.
Right.
Listen, I gotta consult with Mickey Loomis and Dennis Allen and figure out what we're gonna do, because that's something that's not.
Because what we want to do, we lost you, but we want to improve and make our team better. We want to make our team better.
we put a lot of stock into Mickey Loomis. I don't care what nobody says. When Sean Payton was here, he ran the show, including Mickey Loomis. I don't care what nobody says.
I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not gonna speculate, but I will tell you this. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, talking about Pete Carmichael and questioning Pete Carmichael's ability to call plays and stuff. And one thing that I will remind people is that, you know, people say, oh, Sean Payton's this offensive mastermind and this and that, which it may be true, and it is true. But also, too, man, you had a guy like Pete Carmichael who knows how to call plays, who knows how to draw plays. Why don't people ever say, oh, well, Pete Carmichael could have rubbed off on Sean Payton, or Sean Payton could have learned something from Pete Carmichael, right? Because, I mean, you got to, let's admit, you know, if me, you, and Soul doing the show every week, right, and we consistently talking about sports, Saints, whatever, I might learn something from Soul. You know, Soul might learn something from me, and I might learn something from you, Richie Rich. But at the same time, I could give you, as a man, I could give you credit and say, man, I learned from Soul.
Exactly.
I mean, I learned from Richie Rich.
Who's to say Pete Carmichael ain't a better play caller than Sean Payton? I'm agreeing with you.
And it's proven, because when he did call the plays, they had a number one offense in the league. So again, nobody ever gives him credit. And, you know, they always look at Sean Payton. He's the face, you know, he's the head coach. Nobody cares about offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators. It's always, oh, it's Dennis Allen or it's Sean Payton, right? So I think from that perspective, you got to give Carmichael some credit. But I also think that a lot of people buck Sean Payton up a lot, because when Pete Carmichael called that game last year, right, when Sean Payton had COVID, it was totally different. It looked totally different in Tampa Bay. So it was at that game. It looked totally different. Yeah, we had Taysom Hill at quarterback, but man, the plays that they was calling, they weren't usually called on regular weeks when Sean Payton was the coach. So again, that's why I'm so excited about this year, because now it feels like a breath of fresh air. Like we lost a good coach, but yeah, we're going into something new. Yeah, it's the same offense, but guess what? There are going to be a lot of new plays that we've never seen before, and that's something that we need, because, man, we kind of been stale. We really been stale for the last 10, 12 years, because we've been so focused on Sean Payton and him wanting to pass so much. Now you got more balance. Now you take away. Now you cut down the interception ratio for Jameis Winston when you are more balanced. So, again, yeah, they might be a more passing attack, but, again, I really feel as though, look at what Pete Carmichael does this year, and then at the end of the year, you're going to be like, damn, I really feel like Sean Payton learned something from Pete Carmichael.
Yep. I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yep. That's how I feel. So yeah. But two things I really want to touch on before we get out. The Falcons have been trying to trade linebacker Deion Jones. As we all know.
They really? I didn't see the report, so really?
Yeah, they have been trying to trade
I like
him.
Deion Jones.
Me too. I really like him.
They ain't trading him here. I can promise you that.
I wish they would, though. Man, I wish they would.
Yeah, can you imagine? I'll take Deion Jones to feel like, but like I said, Warner, they down on Warner, so
they really have high hopes for Warner. But again, Warner is coming off a groin injury. So you got to look at that. Also, too, Quan Alexander, a guy that we've been rooting for and wanting back, he signed with the Jets. So, and I don't think he even really wanted to sign with the Jets. He just wanted to get into a training camp ASAP because the season's around the corner. Right. But he was pissed off that the Saints didn't sign him back. He was mad.
I bet he was. I thought they were going to sign him back.
The Saints dropped the ball with that one for sure, MJ. They definitely dropped the ball.
They did.
You know, because you definitely need depth at that position. You know, outside of DeMario and Pete Werner, who do you really have?
Now, if they got Deion Jones, I wouldn't be mad with him now.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Nah, man, you know it, man. Look,
but they do have.
Me.
I'm
glad y'all welcome Falcons here.
They do have our former general man. They do have our former that was working under Mickey Loomis that signed with them. Who I forgot, the guy that does all the numbers, Kai Hartley. Yeah, they have him. So we traded them to the Falcons. So we let him sign with the Falcons. So hopefully he could do us a solid and send us Deion Jones. Right. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But again, it's just some speculation.
Yeah, he's real. That's a real athletic line. I remember a game when I went to Atlanta and the Saints were driving down for the win. And I don't know why they did it on first down, but they went to the tight end, and Deion Jones jumped in the air, took the intercept in the end zone, landed on his back. The game was over.
Terry
Remember
Fontenot.
that?
That's his name.
So you're praising Jones too. Do you remember the Tide and War?
Yeah, I remember.
Jones in the Super Bowl.
They don't look. Let me tell you something. They don't have that many good players, but I have to say, Deion Jones is one of their good players.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of good players. That is true.
I hate Atlanta, but they got a hell of a cornerback over there.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Well, AJ Terrell, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. I was on a like a podcast with all like NFC South people that cover their teams, and they had a guy from the Falcons, and it was so funny, man. The dude was real humble. He was a cool dude. He was like, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, because everybody was like, who's y'all main person on offense and stuff like that. He was like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all got Mike Thomas, y'all got Landry, y'all got Olave. Only thing we really got is Kyle Pitts on offense, bro. That's it.
I feel bad for that kid, man. I feel bad for that. That's a. Whew.
And they got Drake London. They drafted Drake London out of USC. But again, I just feel as though,
another thing I hated to see.
Week one is just gonna tell so much because I feel as though they don't really have a lot on offense. Yeah, they got Mariota and he can run, but man, I just feel as though that Saints defense, if they're hitting on all cylinders week one, they might shut them out, bro. They might not score on the Saints.
Keep in mind too, for all you fantasy people out there, well, Cordell Patterson, he is still reporting as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
So meaning you could start him, you could very well have receiving. He's really playing running back.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I picked him up last year off the waiver wire. He did pretty good. I mean, he got a lot of passes. He ran. He got some yards. And obviously, you're in a PPR league. You want to get some points. But when you look at their offense, they don't really have anybody like outside of Kyle Pitts and Drake London. That's all they have is Cordell Patterson. Yeah, they got a rookie and they have a rookie running back they drafted in Tyler Aguilar. But I mean, how much faith are you going to put in the rookie?
Just to ask y'all a question right quick, have y'all did any drafts yet for fantasy?
Yeah, I did a dynasty draft that I
you know who's shockingly going early? I did two already. Joe Mixon.
I mean,
I didn't do regular drafts. With the dynasty, somebody already had Joe Mixon. So
he went Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon went 5th and 4th in 2 of my different leagues.
I was able to get Breece Hall. That's been the number 1 pick in dynasty leagues.
Yeah, Breece Hall is a good pick. That's a good pick.
Christian McCaffrey's going early again, even with the injuries, dude.
I mean, the thing about McCaffrey is like, if you're in that top 3, 4, 5 range and he falls to you, I mean, you gotta kind of take a chance on him because they're gonna give him the ball. He's gonna catch passes. The only problem is how long is he gonna be on the field for? You know? So I mean, but also too, when you look at the big picture, we can say that for any player that you draft. Any player that you draft can get hurt. Any player that you draft, that might get a bunch of targets, might get injured, and then you're like, oh shit. But again, when you look at the first round in fantasy, you look at guys, and you look at guys like Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin.
I'm not an Eckler fan, me.
Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Mixon, Devontae Adams, even
you should have called him in the beginning.
Swift.
Some of them players. Yeah, he started talking about the good players the midway through and at the end. But like I said, hey, I got 6 fantasy drafts coming up.
Put me down, so
Richie, I got some spots open, bro. If you want to be in it, then they got people. Then they got people say they're so good, but they're scared to get in the league. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not too rich, but I got a couple of friends, man. I've been asking them to get the damn league.
People could say what they want about fantasy. Let me tell you, it's fantasy is a lot of luck, man. I don't care what nobody says. I've been doing it for years. It is. I'm sorry.
It is.
They don't have time
There's
for
only so much studying you can do.
Right.
Listen, I'm kind of burnt out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of burnt out,
Me
Richie.
too.
I mean, I've, bro, you should see, like, I know a lot on every player, bro. Like, I think the
Yes.
whole draft, I really know
Yeah.
every player that people are drafting in
Listen,
every round.
I told y'all last year, and this is the guys on the truth, and I don't care. I'll tell you, I had Najee Harris, Dalvin Cook, and Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill, and Justin Jefferson on the same team, and I didn't even make the playoffs. And that's a fact.
So one of my friends, Vince, he watching the show right now. He said, if you need an extra man, tell him hit me up.
Oh, he want to get in the league?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm in, so-
inbox me.
What day
Yeah.
you drafted, so? Because I told you I can't
It's
draft on a
today.
certain day.
My drafts are as follows. Hold on, let me see right quick.
Yeah, when is our draft? Because we doing one for my job on the 6th of September.
Our draft is on the 3rd, September 3rd.
Oh, that's good. That's a
Labor Day
Wednesday.
weekend.
That's a Saturday, yeah.
September 3rd, and I got one
What
on
time,
the
so?
2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. All of them be 7 o'clock.
So you got one on a Friday?
Yeah. Yeah, I got one on that
Do I
Friday.
have to
which
be
is the
there?
2nd. Huh? That's Fanatics. I got Football Fanatics on Friday. I got the Big Easy on Saturday. And I got Super Fans, the Fantasy Super Fan League on Sunday. Now, the week before that, I got my new Dynasty League that Friday, which is the 26th. On the 27th, I got Sudden Death. That's another league. That's a PPR.
Is that Dynasty or the PPR?
Sunday, I got
No, the 27th. Is that PPR or Dynasty?
The 27th, Sudden Death, that's a
27th.
PPR. That's PPR.
So the $200 league, you got
Even look, hey, let me give a shout out. Steve's wife is in one of my leagues.
Damn, that's
all y'all men that scared to get in the league, talking about, oh yeah, man, I ain't got time for this. You know, I don't want to hear that. One league, you got time for one league. I'm in 8.
So the $200 league, the one we in, you got spots available in that one?
Wait,
one.
so wait.
One
So
spot.
let me get this straight. You said that guys complain that women are in leagues?
Huh?
You said some guys complain that women are in fantasy football leagues.
Yeah, I got 3 women that are in my league.
Well, you tell them the number one, and this ain't even close, the number one fantasy player in the United States is a female. And her name is Cynthia Freeman.
That's what I'm saying. They got some women know football, bro. And I'm sure, see some of them girls that work for NFL Network, I'm sure some
Cynthia
of them
Freeland is a beast.
Mm-hmm. They know they shit.
So Vince said if you have one spot left, he's in.
That's another guy?
No, the same dude. He said if they got one spot in there,
he want to get in the big league?
Yeah, the $200 one.
All right. Tell him inbox me and with his info, his email.
Got you. But other than that, guys,
who's the champ for the big league?
Hey,
who's the
Mike T. Who?
You see what you know why I wore this shirt today, baby?
I'm the champ. So Mike T. is saying that you see that? Javonte Williams is out for Denver.
What, he got hurt?
Did you hear that? Mike's reporting it. It says out. I don't know.
No, he's saying Javonte Williams out of Denver is going to have a good year.
Okay. I didn't see that. So how about I say, hold up?
You thought he was saying
I like him.
But you thought he was saying he's out of Denver. He's gone.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Stop panicking. Stop panicking. You be panicking.
He's going to share the backfield. I like him, but he's going to share the backfield with Melvin Gordon a lot.
Listen, I mean, with Russell Wilson, that's going to be a good team. I mean, that whole division is just going to be a massacre. They're going to massacre each other in that division.
Who's the best coming out of the division, huh? We had an argument about that today.
I think I mean, let's just look at it, right? You got the Chargers. They go out. They add Khalil
You
Mack.
mean look at it? You just going to discount the Chiefs automatically?
Hold up. No, I said look at it. I didn't pick the Chargers. I said look at what they did. The Chargers added Khalil Mack. They added the cornerback, I think, from New England, J.C. Jackson.
J.C. Jackson. Yep. Casey Jackson.
And you know, Herbert has been a beast. Austin Eckler is a monster. Mike Williams went crazy last year. Keenan Allen is a target. He goes crazy. Shout out to Keenan Allen and Herbert. They won me my league last year. And so's league. Shout out to them. So I got to ride with them. No, I'm just messing. But the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs are going to be real good. But, man, losing Tyreek Hill is a huge loss.
I think, listen, you know, y'all both know I'm a big Patrick Mahomes fan.
Start with the what division y'all talking? You're talking about the Chiefs. Let's see, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. So Wilson with the Broncos now. We got Herbert with the Chargers. Raiders got Devontae now. Man,
listen. Chiefs. You wearing the perfect shirt. So listen, I've always said they still are champions of that division until you knock them down, and I'm still rolling with the Chiefs.
Okay. I mean, listen.
We gonna pick. Can we get closer?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
And look,
it was just a little thing. It was just a little thing we was talking about at work today, the different divisions and stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. I like the Chargers. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really do. I like the Chargers, and I'm not just because they helped me win money last year, but I don't know. I like watching them on TV.
I feel bad. I feel bad for them, dude, in that stadium when the fans don't come out and support them. That's terrible.
Well, they coming out to support now because it's in LA, but I mean, they got a good team. I mean, you got weapons, you got a good quarterback.
They definitely do.
You got Bosa, you got Mack, you got J.C. Jackson. I mean, they got some players, man. So I don't know. I kind of like the Chargers. I think the Chargers are gonna do good this year. And this needs to be a big year by Herbert because he's been throwing for a lot of yards, been throwing for a lot of touchdowns, but they ain't been making the playoffs. So he got to do his thing.
Wait a minute. Mike Teasy said for me to look up Mahomes' stats without Tyreek Hill. Funny you say that, Mike, because they're pretty good without him.
If
you look, Jerry's saying they signed Juju. Okay. Juju couldn't beat out me in Pittsburgh, bro. Like, come on, man.
I like Van Scantley over there. I think he's gonna do well over there.
I think Pittsburgh still got a long way to go.
Yeah, they got a long way. Pittsburgh got Richie Rich playing quarterback over there.
In the East, I like the Bills. In the North, I like the Bengals.
That's my Super Bowl. That's who I think is coming out of the NFC, the Bills.
The Titans. In the West, I like the Chiefs.
Listen, I think the Bills, and like I told y'all, I honestly think the Bills are just way better than everybody else. I do.
Who y'all got in the NFC East?
Who cares?
Right. But I'm just saying that was the worst division in
Philadelphia. Philly. I think Philly's gonna do well. I think Philly's gonna do well this year.
Yeah. That's a question I want to bring up to you guys real quick before we get off. I asked this question on Twitter. Outside of Mahomes, Herbert, and Josh Allen, what quarterbacks would you target in fantasy football outside of those three? If you waited to take a quarterback later in the rounds, which quarterbacks do you think are going to have?
You always got to go get Tom Brady. You got to get Aaron Rodgers.
I think Jalen Hurts is going to put up numbers, and you can get him late. I really do. You say nah. So look at Jalen Hurts' numbers the last 8 games of last year. Go look at them, and they were pretty good.
Yeah, he got it. I'm from Missouri.
I can't grab. To be honest, I don't know. I kind of pick fantasy players that I kind of would like to watch. I don't know. I just can't put my faith in that Eagles offense, man. I just can't do it. I just can't. I don't care how many.
They just got the wide receiver from the Titans, and they're looking a little better, but. Still,
I think, like you guys said, I think Russell Wilson will have a good year this year, right? In that offense, I think. Who else? I think, like you said, Tom Brady's always Tom Brady. They love throwing the ball in Tampa.
My question is where people think that Joe Burrow's go. Where's Joe Burrow going to go?
I would say Joe Burrow. That was going to be my number one answer.
NFC
But
East.
shouldn't he be
Eagles,
shouldn't he
NFC
be
North,
drafted
I got
higher
the
than Nader?
Packers.
But again, you know this. You've done a million drafts in your lifetime. It's just how the board shakes out. You know, you might go. You're not gonna pick them in the first round. Some people may reach and pick them in the first round. But let's say you go like, I can't tell my strategy because I'm in this league. But let's say, like, for instance, for an example, you go out and you draft Cooper Kupp. Then you can wait until the later rounds to get Matthew Stafford, and now you get double points, right? You get double points from those two. Or you could wait and draft Burrow, but go out and get Jamar Chase in the first round. So,
I draft quarterbacks late. I always have.
Yeah, I mean, last year
it depends on how it shakes out for me. You know,
that's it. Like I had Aaron Rodgers in 2 leagues last year, and I had Herbert in Souls League. So again, and I picked Rodgers in like the 7-8 rounds.
See, I don't go, and I agree with you. I don't tell nobody how to do their draft. I don't care who's there. I stick to my formula, and that's it. I don't care.
Mike Teasy said I got Burrow number 1. So would you take Burrow number 1 pick in the draft overall?
Yeah, let's see what he know about fantasy.
Man, put him in the league, so head him in.
He don't want to play. He don't want to play. He say he ain't got time for it. Let me put his statement up. Hold on, where is that?
Oh man.
Joe Burrow is definitely not the number 1 quarterback.
Here we go, right there.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you, Mike. I'm gonna tell you, bro. Fantasy football is fun, bro. Like the games you would have thought you would have never watched, you watch. I mean, you got like for an example. I'll give you an example. So, like for me, they got the 12 o'clock games on CBS and Fox, and then they got the the night games on NBC. But like even during the 12 o'clock games, they have an app, and what this app it does, you can watch any game. It's like a little bootleg app, but you can watch any game while you're watching the Saints game and rooting for your fantasy players. So I don't know. I like it. It just makes it more fun, more interesting. Like, who wants to watch the Falcons versus the Vikings? But if you got Justin Jefferson on your team, you definitely going to watch.
It makes it more interesting.
Yeah, so, it just makes it more fun. So I love it. I get into it. I mean, 3 leagues is enough for me.
Listen,
I mean,
it makes me money. I don't care.
Yeah, it does. That's what it does. I made some money last year, so I'm cool.
There you go. And look, I can't wait to do these parlays this year, bro. Woo. I gotta be better. I gotta be better with my picks, man.
I ain't messing with no parlays. I ain't doing none of that. I'm just doing fantasy football. That's it. I'm deleting.
But no, y'all ask Mike that. Who is your number 1 fantasy quarterback this year, coming into this year?
Allen, Josh Allen.
I agree with you on that. I got Josh Allen too.
I mean, dude's
you too?
He's been putting up. Yeah, he's been putting up. A bunch of passing yards. He's always had over 600-700 rushing yards.
Who you got second? That's the question.
Mahomes.
Nope.
I got Mahomes. Mahomes, Herbert, Lamar Jackson.
I got Herbert second.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't giving up no information.
Well, it don't matter what you say. You can say all the information you want. You already know who the champ.
That's the same thing I say about you. Talking about how I want to tell Soul my strategy.
Well, listen. Let me tell y'all what. If y'all really want to, if you want to really test your fantasy football skills, you need to join a salary cap league because that tests everything.
I'm talking buku shit on the chat, talking about y'all don't want this smoke. Man,
who said that?
Mike, talking about y'all don't want the real king of fantasy. Mike, step into the ring, bro. We ready, dog.
We don't have no proof.
Step into the ring, bro.
Show me a trophy.
I will
with a label on it say fantasy champ. I need to see some proof.
Yeah.
People say I met a dude, man. He said, man, back in the day, bro, I used to win leagues left and right, bro.
Can you read the name? Can you read the name of that trophy?
It says Nader Murphy.
It says fantasy legend.
Damn. So got. Gee.
So
where mine at? Where mine at, man? Oh, you ain't buy me mine. What mine at? Hold on. Y'all shitting on me. Hold on.
Hold up now, man. I'm gonna have to get all my stuff out now.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Sure. I got hardware.
Man,
I got hardware, baby.
listen, I want mine. But listen, hold on. I want mine. And I'm gonna show you how official I am. I want mine, and mine was so impressive that guess who sent it to me? Guess who sent me my trophy and signed it?
Who? I can't. Who does it say, Native?
You see what that say?
I can't read it.
That signature is put on
Tyreek
a
Hill.
million of those on the assembly line. That shit on the assembly
Signed
line.
by Tyreek Hill, baby.
That shit on the assembly
Hold
line.
up. Hold on. Let me find.
Come
my
on,
thing,
man. Y'all want to talk that shit? Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I
Look,
tell you what.
I'm actually
Let's
gonna do
just-
the
let-
show next
let-
week.
let-
I'm doing the
let's
show
put
next
this-
week just like this with the
Let's just
Super Bowl
put this to
trophy
rest.
right here.
So you put a league together. Make sure if all them want this smoke, they can come get it. You put a league together, especially for us, and no second, no third, winner take all.
Look, I'm doing the show next week like this.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my hardware with me right here.
I'm doing the show next week like this, bro. Straight
Oh
up.
my God, y'all hilarious. We gotta do a fantasy segment, man. We need people.
Look. I got the real trophies, not that paperweight.
This ain't no paperweight. This shit heavy as
That
hell.
shit heavy as hell. I
This
knock,
shit heavy, dog.
yeah, I knock your ass out with that damn trophy. That trophy heavy.
This trophy heavy, dog.
Heavy as hell.
Well, you
But,
put the league
yeah.
together, I'm in.
All right, cool.
All right, hey, I'm gonna let you know what I got. I'm going over tonight to see how many spots I got. Because I want you
right,
to
brother,
go with me and Nader.
We're good. I'm good.
I'm trying to get
listen,
Nader to
we
get
need
in
to,
another one. Nader, you gonna get in my dynasty?
Nader, are you planning on going? Nader, are you planning on going to Atlanta at all for the game? or
No, not this year. No,
Me and
got.
Richard
okay.
trying to get
All right.
together to go.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
He
going
going to
to
Queens.
the home game against the Bucks,
Queens today.
the Bengals, the Ravens.
Hey, not
on
to
the
cut
road.
y'all off, I gotta get out of here.
Come on,
Cool.
come on,
Come
little
out.
brother.
Come
Come
out
on.
here. Let's go.
Bring your ass out.
Cool. We out here.
One
it out.
league ain't gonna hurt you. Come
One
on,
league.
get one league. I
Hey,
got one
I'm
spot
saying
for
my
you.
goodbyes.
Get the one with me and Nader. That
Hey,
way we can
so-
play
Who that, y'all?
All right, who we
bragging
got, man?
rights. All right, bro.
We gonna bust my
Bragging
teeth.
rights.
Hey, we gonna listen. You gotta beat the champ to beat the champ. Let's go. You see it right here. So I want my trophy though, dog. This is my
You
trophy.
get
I
your
want-
trophy at the draft.
All right, bet. All right.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks everybody for
Tuning in.
commenting and tuning in.
Yeah, man.
Good show, man. We've been on here almost 2 hours.
Man, we got a lot of shit to talk about, man. Y'all talking all that smack. That's what it does, bro.
Element.
Shout out to Element. Shout out to Bayou
Sure.
Furniture. And shout out to Soul and Richie Ritz. And again, man, shout out to everybody that tunes into the show. So
And
what
stay
we might,
tuned for Telling Like It Is. Me
Thursday.
and my guys, this Thursday, bro. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to the Saints practice Wednesday. No, Thursday.
Yeah,
The
Thursday.
Wednesday one is not open. Nader, you gonna be there Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
All right.
Thursday. Yep. Yes, sir. So, man, listen, we'll see y'all next week. Same place, same time. I'm doing the show next week with my trophy, and we're going to get y'all ready for fantasy football too, man. So, big shout out. We'll see y'all next week, man.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Saints our favorite team. Who that on the scene for show and love, living the dream.
Before we end the song, let me put it on your mind. My New Orleans Saints get it right on time. Our main objective, put a winner on the field. Let me tell you, Saints fans, the struggle is real. Win, lose, or draw, we by their side. Our Saints are the bus that we gon' ride all the way to the Super Bowl. Look around, all you see is black and gold. We love our team, young and old. Die hard Saints fans like the king and soul. I'm yelling, who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat my Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? We that, we that, we that, believe that, we that say you can't